Good morning. I think the bye week came at a pretty good time for us last week after playing 4 or 5 games in a row. You get banged up, beat up a little bit, and we were able to get everybody healthy. We got a little bit of a jump start on Georgia, which is a huge challenge. They got an excellent football team. Been ranked pretty much all year and deservedly so, and have a lot of great individual players and have played well. So we're looking forward to the opportunity to have another shot at them. We haven't had a lot of success lately, but looking forward to having a chance to go and play them.
Coach, when you saw Hudson Mason last year, it was his, basically his first start, his first full game. What have you seen from him this year? How he's maybe grown or done as a quarterback?
Well, I think he fits into their offense and what they're trying to do very well. I mean, he's a smart kid. He gets them in the right plays. He's got completes a high percentage of his throws, and can move the chains. And he's an experienced guy. Even though he hadn't played a lot, he's been in the program for a long time. So he's an experienced guy. They've got a veteran offensive line, and I think that helps him. And, they're getting their receivers healthy again, and we all know the kind of running backs they got. So they've got a lot of talent.
As much as Georgia scores, does that put a lot of pressure on each possession you have?
No, we try to score every time we get it. We've been in a lot of shootouts since I've been here. There are going to be less possessions in this game than probably what they're accustomed to, although they play a lot the same way. They play pretty, they run the ball. When you run the ball as much as they do, the game gets over quickly. So might be the fastest Georgia Tech game ever. But you've got to try to score whenever you get the ball.
Coach, how would you describe, you've coached in a bunch of these games now, this rivalry game, what it means to both the schools and really to the state as well?
Well, it's a huge game. I think like any rivalry game, it's bragging rights, and I think it's clearly there's a lot of the fan bases that don't like each other. But I think that for us it kind of adds a little bit to being ACC SEC, because we sit right here in the middle of the SEC and that's all we hear all the time. So, but it's a huge game. I think it's for the fans and for the players and for everybody involved. There's no ducking that. It's a big game.
Your team seems to be playing with a real high confidence level right now. Was there ever any sign after those 2 losses that it was slipping a little, or did you even wonder in your mind what way? Because teams can go different ways after games like that.
We were struggling defensively, to be truthful. Early in the year, we were having a hard time, and I think once they got their feet under them, we played much better. Offensively, I think the team's had confidence all year. I think they're a pretty confident bunch. We haven't always played great on offense, but it's not been from a lack of confidence. And I think this team's pretty resilient. They come to work every day. Like I've said, they practice. I think they genuinely like each other. They like what they're doing. They like being out there. And it's been fun to coach them. They're fun to be around. And when the game starts to go south, if it does go south, nothing bothers them. We didn't get off to a great start against Clemson, but didn't shake them. You didn't see any hesitation on the sideline or any. I think they're confident in that. Somebody's going to make a play.
If sports teams tend to take on a coach's personality, regardless of the sport, are there any particular personality traits about this team that you think come from you?
Well, I don't know. You'd have to ask the team that. They'd be the ones to ask. The thing that I've always felt like that I was most proud of with the team is that they play hard. I think that's all you can ask them to do is play hard. And you try to put them in the best position you can put them in as a coach, and then they have to make plays and they have to play hard. And if I've found through the years that if you do that, you have a pretty good chance of being successful more than you fail if you go out and you put the effort in and you play hard, and you're not put behind the 8 ball with something they're asking you to do. Old coach told me one time, never try to teach a pig to sing. It frustrates you and annoys the pig. And that's kind of the way it is with coaching. I mean, you know, we try not to ask them to do something they can't do, and then we expect them to do it as hard as they can. And if they do that, that's all you can ask anybody, I think.
Thursday, what are your plans for Thanksgiving, and this year, what are you thankful for, Coach?
We will practice Thursday morning like always, and then we'll have a team lunch with the coaches' families and the players and all the support staff. Then after that, we'll go home. Some of the players, if they don't have any place to go, will be invited to the coaches' houses for Thanksgiving night or dinner. Most of them go with the players that are local or live here. And then what am I most thankful for? I mean, I got a lot of things to be thankful for. I think the big thing is, you know, your family and health and those type of things that sometimes you take for granted and you don't think about until it's the day that you think about it. So I've been blessed in a lot of ways. So I got a lot to be thankful for.
Do you have an update on Brck Snot?
Yeah, he's back in class. Came by to see me yesterday. He's doing great. On crutches, no cast. And he said the doctor told him as soon as he can put weight on it, have at it. He can go as much as he can stand. So modern medicine's really advanced. You know, I expected him to come in with this huge cast and whatever, and not at all. So he's adjusting to getting to class on crutches, and we joked about how big his forearms are going to be.